Los Angeles preparing for a flood of evictions. That and more economic financial news today. Let's go ahead and get right into it. This was reported out of NPR and some other news networks. I'm going to put the NPR article up here. Flood of evictions looms in Los Angeles as pandemic tenant protections expire. Yes, more than 2 years, 2.5 years now since the onset of this health crisis. We still have these protections in place. And in this case, they've been kicking the can down the road. Los Angeles has been moving it and moving it and moving it, extending it, kind of like the student loan forgiveness. It just keeps getting extended. And are they going to do that again? Well, here's what's happening. So Los Angeles County is set to expire. The protections for non-paying tenants, it's set to expire at the end of the year, December 31st. That's the county of Los Angeles. And that covers a lot of different cities. But the city of Los Angeles has their own separate eviction protection program or protection. And that is going to not expire until the end of January 2023. So even though the county one is expiring at the end of December, people in Los Angeles, the city, will still be able to stay in their homes for another month as of now. Now, I think they're going to have to extend this because look at these numbers. This is outrageous. 30,000 households could face eviction by the end of the year if you look at countywide. 30,000 households, that may not seem like much, but what if there's 2, 3, 4 people on average in these households? You could be talking about 100,000 plus people on the streets all at once. And from the reports that I've been reading, the homeless shelters in Los Angeles are already packed and overflowing, and they don't have room for any more. You add 100,000 more people all at once to the homeless population, and you're going to see, it's already bad. If you drive through Los Angeles now, I can go down just a few streets and see thousands of people, total. And they're saying it's only 60,000 total population of homeless people in Los Angeles. I don't believe that at all. I think it's already in the hundreds of thousands. And you go down to Venice Beach, and even some YouTubers here on YouTube, they show pretty well all of the carnage and the tent cities. It seems like it goes on for blocks and blocks and blocks. So 100,000 new people are going to be facing eviction possibly if these are allowed to expire. Again, I don't think they're going to allow these evictions protections to expire because what's going to happen? There's going to be so many people flooded onto the streets, into the homeless shelters that are already overflowing. Crime is going to really be rampant. You're going to see, people living in their cars. It's already bad. LA already looks like a third world wasteland or a third country wasteland. I don't think they're going to let them expire, but it's getting pretty close. Here we are in today's December 4th, and the county one is supposed to expire at the end of the month. So we're a few weeks away from that. We'll keep an eye on the news and see what comes out. But please let me know what you think down in comments. Will they just extend it once again? Or are we going to see finally 2+ years, 2.5 years now, after the onset of the health crisis, are we finally going to see this flood of evictions that we've been waiting for here in Los Angeles County and a lot of different cities in California? Also, we have up in Washington State, we have some protections that are still in place. Many states are still implementing or still keeping active these protections for non-paying renters and stopping them from getting evicted. So we're told on one hand that the economy's strong, the consumer's strong. Look at all this holiday spending. But on the other hand, why do we still have to have all these programs to help people that cannot pay their rent, right? And it's not a small number. I mean, we're talking about today possibly 100,000 people in Los Angeles County. Go across the whole country, all the different counties. This could be in the millions of people still not paying their rent. We don't know exactly. I haven't seen a full compilement of all these totals, across the nation, but it's a lot of people still under protection just because they're all concentrated in big, larger cities. Not all of them, but most of them are in the big, larger cities, and that equals a lot of people. So again, please let me know what you think down in comments. Quote, as each tenant protection is peeled off, we see a corresponding increase in the number of evictions, unquote. Okay, basically stating the obvious right there. Families fear loss of stability. Among these facing evictions is Martha Escoedo, a mother of 2 daughters, ages 10 and 13. She works full-time, juggling caretaking jobs for older adults and grant-based work for local nonprofits. So you have kids You're going to get evicted. You already can't pay your rent. According to this story here out of NPR, this mother is working. So apparently she's working and still not paying her rent. So is all of her income going towards food? Is all of her income going towards just filling up the tank to get the kids to school? Wow, scary times we're living in, folks. And this is just not limited to Los Angeles. If you look around, if you do a search, there's a lot of cities still with these protections in place right now. On to some other news. As far as the economy goes, manufacturing orders from China are down 40% and unrelenting demand collapse. So we have a lot of these retailers, big box stores, multinational retailers, Targets, Walmarts, etc., stacked to the hilt with inventory because they panicked ordered in the last couple of years because no one knew how long that health crisis was going to last, if it was going to get worse. No one knew if it was going to get completely locked down for years. Nobody knew at that time. So they were ordering things like crazy. We had ships off the coast here, California, backed up, hundreds of ships backed up so far that you couldn't even see them into the off the coast, out into the water, over the horizon. So many you couldn't even see the end of it. They were just seemed like miles and miles of cargo ships. Panicked ordered. Now 40% drop off. So stores are liquidating a lot of their assets because they do have a lot of inventory. We see Amazon, they canceled some of their warehouse leases because of the drop off in demand. But yet we saw this massive holiday spending. So either one, we're not being told the truth on how much people are actually spending, or two, people are just buying now because of the discounts. There's a lot of sales and discounts happening apparently. But yeah, 40% drop off and demand collapse. So people in China are going to be really looking for work if the U.S. demand drops off that significantly, if it continues to be like that. And this is the holiday season. This is supposed to be ramping up production and importing more stuff. So very interesting. Now, I'll tell you about my shopping trip earlier. I went to Big Lots. Big Lots is a store that they used to be cheap, but today I was very surprised. I was looking at the cost of dressers, and I was at IKEA a couple weeks ago, and I was like, okay, $200 for this dresser, $250. We'll just hold off and wait and find something cheaper. Today I was like, okay, I'm going to find something cheaper at Big Lots. Went in there, no, Big Lots is like twice the cost of what IKEA was. So now we'll probably go back to IKEA and get the dressers that we didn't get before because we thought they were too expensive. So I just hate wasting a lot of money on dressers, especially like dressers for my kids' room, because they're probably going to get messed up, a lot of them. So here's some of the prices here. Also, there was a pretty big line today at Big Lots. A lot of people in there. I was just in there to get some sparkling water and just check prices of furniture. But yeah, a lot of people buying some stuff. A lot of people buying Christmas decorations at Big Lots. This was my trip to Big Lots today. And I'm going to show you the line first of all, but more importantly, I want to show you the prices of some of this furniture that I just couldn't believe when I went in there today. First of all, here's the line. I had to mute the audio, so I couldn't really talk as I was recording it because there's music playing in the background. So that's the line. A lot of people had to wait for probably 10 minutes to get checked out there. Okay, take a look at some of these prices. Here's an end table, $230, and they're saying that's $100 off. All right, and this is not a high-end furniture store. This is Big Lots. Let's take a look at another one here. Dresser for $600 basically. All right, nice looking dresser, but come on, $600? $400 for this one that's not as nice. Right here, another looks like a little end table type of thing. 2 drawers, 3 drawers maybe. $280. Another dresser here looks pretty big, 6-drawer dresser, but still $500. And I'll leave you with this right here. I also saw this at Big Lots today. Please do not open the drinks until paid for. So apparently at this location, people like to walk around drinking gallons of milk as they shop for overpriced furniture and wait in line for 10 minutes. That's going to be all for today, folks. Hope everybody's doing well this holiday season. I'd like to hear from you down in comments. Will Los Angeles County and the city of Los Angeles extend these eviction moratoriums? Or will it be a tsunami of new homeless population that's going to emerge on these streets in Los Angeles County? Also, what do you think about these prices, Big Lots, the line? And do you usually walk around drinking gallons of milk as you shop? Thanks, everybody, for watching. Keep stacking. Bye for now. Peace.